have your health, and you can focus on generating your wealth. And I think we'd have a lot to have conversations about. If you're interested, hang around and get your friends and relatives on board. And so let's get underway. Thank you. Let's go.
This podcast is brought to you by LifeWave. Ready to elevate your wellness game? Meet X39 from LifeWave.com. This game-changing patch uses phototherapy to stimulate your skin, enhancing strength and stamina by channeling your body's innate energy. Simply apply it to harness infrared heat, naturally boosting your vitality. Want to learn more? Visit www.lifewave.com/VernD and step into a healthier, more active lifestyle today.
Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I've seemed like we have a little filtering over our situation here, and I apologize for getting started a little bit late here. We had some issues, but anyway, we're here, and I'm glad that you're here. So welcome aboard. Hey, I've got a really awesome individual on my program today, and I'm going to introduce him because he is a superstar. I'm going to read his accolades before I bring him on and introduce his name. Well, I guess I should tell you, his name is Mack Jackson. He's a nationally recognized cybersecurity executive advisor, keynote speaker, educator, expert witness specializing in AI governance, digital risk, cybersecurity, resilience, and human-centered security strategy. Awesome, awesome. Mack Jackson, welcome to the show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing great, Verner. Thanks for inviting me. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. It's just awesome. I am so excited about what you've been able to put together and what you've done. And so that's why I wanted to have you on the show to kind of introduce you to my audience and let people know who you are, what you've been doing, and how you've gone through this process. And so tell folks a little bit about yourself, other than the accolades that I just read. Kind of bring them up to speed a little bit.
Well, great. My company is called Vanderson Cyber Group, and what we specialize in is protecting your personal information and your data online from scammers and fraudsters. So there are things that are going on in the online world. Hackers are every day looking to find ways to exploit and extort information and data from individuals. And what we do is to study what the hackers are doing and come up with counterattacks that we can do to protect our data.
And you've been doing this before you got to the point where you are now. And I have to tell the folks, I mean, I've known Max for quite a while. I mean, he's a friend of mine that we've been coffee and Starbucks and lunches and different things that we've gone through as he's gone through this process. But then I realized that he has jumped way above what my expectations were. I mean, I know he was always an awesome guy, and I knew he was going to be making it. But he is absolutely killing it out there. I mean, even to the point where he had a TED Talk. Tell people about the TED Talk, and I apologize for missing that. But that was awesome as well, from what I understand.
It really was. It was a very, very great experience. A TEDx talk here in Las Vegas at the Marriott AC Convention Center here. Wow, it was absolutely amazing. We had lots of people there, hundreds of people that attended in the crowd. And my TEDx talk was on a term that we grew up with called "When the Streetlights Come On."
Oh yeah, I remember that. You had to be at home when that street light comes on. You had to be in the house, right on.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, and I discussed in my 10-minute presentation relating to when the streetlights come on. When we were children growing up, our parents used it to a way of protecting us from the boogeyman, the guy in the white van that says free candy, right? Protecting kids from those the kidnappers that are out there and all the bad things are out there. Our parents were there with us. And now parents need to have, in modern day, a different type of when the streetlights come on. It's more of a digital when the streetlights come on, because now the predator is not the gentleman in or a hacker or person that's in the white van anymore. It is AI, artificial intelligence. It's more than just individuals. See, a lot of people think I would say that, oh, well, it's predators that are online. Well, now you have AI online, and they are attacking our children, they're attacking our grandparents and the elderly as well, and small businesses. So we have to have another digital street light, to a warning sign to let everyone know that, hey, there's danger out there. We must protect ourselves.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. I have a couple of AI products, and so I understand what you're talking about because AI has been so prominent out there, and it's just like exploding and beyond everybody's expectation in terms of what its capabilities are. I mean, I grew up in the era of when I heard about Terminator, and so I mean, I'm looking at things related to that as well. Actually, the Chinese market is getting ready to set up a couple of AI humanoids to have a fight by the end of the year, and so that just blows my mind. But
Yeah.
in terms, yeah, but in terms of how you help, I mean, families and do that. I know you into businesses and doing presentations, but what would you suggest for a family as an example in terms of how they protect themselves?
Well, the best thing for the family to do is to have a basic emergency plan for their family, and letting their children know, and everyone within the family household, including the elderly parents that are staying with them, if they get strangers calling on the phone, what to do and how to protect themselves from those types of scammers that are calling in, scammers that are sending mail the old-fashioned way via the U.S. mail, and also with the phone calls and online presence as well. And once the family has a good understanding of that in an emergency, they can protect themselves. And it's just like an emergency if it was a tornado or earthquake happening, and the family has a plan on how the family would meet up and protect themselves. The family needs the same plan when it comes to scammers and fraudsters. So in other words, we have plans for disasters in nature. We also need to have plans for scammers and fraudsters.
Okay, and in terms of that, in terms of the plan, is that something that you have that, say, a family or a person can actually purchase with you from you, and it's on their computer, or how do you manage that environment, or is it something that you train them to be aware of?
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways to do that. Yes, I do have templates and policies and procedures that were created using a framework from NIST, the National Institute of Standards and Technologies. And that's a governing body, agency that I create my templates from. And from that, I will then provide training, one-to-one training with the actual client. Nationwide, we could do this on Zoom call like this as well.
Okay.
In some cases, if I need to fly there, hey, they pay me to fly there, I'll fly there to train them as well. But it's actually training the family and every member of the family, because hackers are going after, you heard the example, the low-hanging fruit. Well, the low-hanging fruit are the easiest ways to access the people at the top. And the people at the top are usually the parents. They're the CEOs of major corporations or have access to wire transfers. But the lowest-hanging fruit are the children who are living with the parents, and their senior citizens, elderly. They're living with the parents. If hackers can hack into them, it makes it easier to attack the parents at the top.
Get them. Okay. Okay. And I mean, and as I get more and more involved in AI, because like I said, I do have a couple of applications that I'm dealing with. I also have a component on there where it's called a companion. And one of my companions, as an example, can help kids with their homework, help them with math skills and those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I've also understand that there have been situations where those type of entities kind of pull a kid in to some other things that they're involved in. I mean, so is that one of the things that you talk to parents about and the kids themselves as well?
Well, let's give an example of that. There's a software application that kids are using called Roadblocks.
Okay, Roblox.
Mm-hmm. ROB, I think it's ROBLOX, I believe that's the name of it, Roadblocks. And younger kids are on it, and the law enforcement in several different states now have complaints coming in regarding this software program that kids are not talking to other kids they think are their age. they're actually talking to scammers and fraudsters, basically, that are out there, and you can't tell. And when I talk to parents about it, a lot of parents know of this, and they'll say, "Well, I make sure that they are talking to the parents of the other child, so they know that the two are talking. They're talking to their kids." And I tell them that's all fine and good, but scammers and fraudsters can perform an attack called the man in the middle attack, where they'll listen to the conversations between the two children talking back and forth, just listening for any sort of detailed information that can lead them to the parents, right? To the parents, or worse, coerce the child to meet them somewhere on their bikes or their skateboards, in their neighborhoods, for, not for coffee, but for something to drink at the store or whatever.
Soda or something. Yeah. Okay.
Just like we did when we said, when the streetlights come on, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you're having it done through AI. So, or through this app, and law enforcement, they're trying to shut down this app or fine these companies who are creating it by putting regulations on them where they have to vet their users to make sure they are who they say they are.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it difficult because hackers want to find a way. And with this app, you're talking to another person on the other side, but you're in an avatar.
Yeah, that's it.
So you're an avatar of a fish or whatever, and the other person's an avatar, so you don't know if they're human or not. So now you're opening all kinds of different, illicit people to be involved. Even AI can pretend to be somebody that they're not, because they can just pretend that they're an avatar.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said. I mean, just thinking about that, you can be a grown person impersonating a kid or trying to get them involved in something. And so you got the higher voice in the thing related to the image that you're showing them. And the kid is having a good time and you're having that conversation. And like you say, you may invite them out someplace for an ice cream or a piece of candy or whatever. That's like the white van going down the road, except now it's online. And so
yes,
it's kind of scary, but AI is going to be the thing. I mean, I promote AI from the aspect of people losing their jobs and they need to make a change and those kind of things. So there's a lot of good things about AI, but there are some things that people should be careful about, and that's what you're talking about, and that's what you're trying to help them with as well.
Correct. And there's actually two predators out there.
Mm-hmm.
Two huge predators, or when they say elephant in the room,
there
are two large elephants in the room, and we're concentrating on one of them right now, and that's AI. And because AI can be villainous, if you would, but there's another elephant in the room, and that's quantum computers.
Wow, yeah.
Quantum computers has surpassed the estimated time and value of decrypting every password and every security procedure that we have created over the last 50 years. And it was not supposed to happen for another 10 years. But because of advancements in technology and because of a release of a new chip that Google has created, quantum computers can now find any password in any system, in any database. And that's going to be a huge major threat. So as we were looking at protecting ourselves from evil people, humans, scammers and fraudsters, we have to protect ourselves now from AI, and now we have to protect ourselves from quantum computers. Have a plan of attack with quantum computers, because when that happens, and it has unraveled as we're speaking, large databases within municipalities, state, federal, local, and governments around the world have databases that have never been cracked before. But with this new quantum computer, it can crack them within a second is too long. Let's put it that way.
Wow. I know, like you're saying, I mean, it's getting more and more difficult to kind of protect yourself. And like I say, AI is doing that. In quantum computing, like you say, it's getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and being able to look at things and unravel things and get the information that they need. And so it's just scary. And I guess that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you today. because normally, I mean, I do health products and services on here because I went through a health issue. And then I do financial opportunities as well for those folks who need some additional income. But as they're being healthy and as they're earning additional income, they're online to try to do this stuff and build themselves a new life or whatever. And so they need, and that's why I wanted you to kind of let people know that cybersecurity is out there and it's real. And maybe you haven't been affected by it yet, but there's a possibility that you are. I mean, I've got all these protections on my system. I've got McAfee, I've got Guardian, I've got VPN, I got all this stuff, and they still get through some way. So it's just nerve wracking. So I hear what you're saying. So thank you.
Yes, it is nerve wracking. You're right. And it's because, Verner, while you and I are having meetings like this and talking about how to protect ourselves and protect our family and friends and our audiences, the bad guys are having 24/7. That's their job, to find out. It's like the bad guys, if you would think of it as a hill and you pour water down the hill. Water will always look for that least part of resistance. And that bad water, if you call the hackers and scammers the bad water, they're looking for that least amount of resistance to crack.
Yeah.
And that's what's right 24/7.
Well, I mean, and like you say, they're looking for ways to kind of take advantage of you, and so that's an issue as well. As you know, I'm also vice president of marketing for a television network as well, and a Golden Network, and so I think about the seniors and their families and things like that, and so maybe this is an option or an opportunity for you to get involved in that area as well. But the other part of this is that I also do large companies or small businesses or whatever. When you do your presentations or your events, how do you get involved in a large business, as an example? It doesn't, I don't think it matters how many employees they have, but what do you do when you're looking at a large business? What do you bring to the table there?
Well, for large companies and corporations, I take a look at their cybersecurity resilience or cybersecurity platform. What do they have set up for cybersecurity? Do they have policies? Are there policies set up for them? Are there any regulations that a small business needs to be in compliance with? Like, for example, cyber liability insurance and things of that nature. I'll do an inventory of all the data assets of a company and what they have that can make them vulnerable. But at the same time, I'll flip the script on them and give them a homework assignment as a professor and have them do the same thing at home. Because if you could do this inventory and assessment at home, then you could bring it to work and really know what you're looking for.
Okay.
Because a lot of companies and people I talk to, they'll say, okay, yeah, I work for this company and we're doing the cybersecurity stuff and we're testing and we have these emails come in and not to click on them, we watch these videos and all that good stuff. Then they'll go home and I'll say, so what do you have for your 10-year-old child or your wife that's online or your grandparents that are staying with you? Or how about the child that comes over and visits your child and wants to have internet access? Oh, wow, I didn't think about that. I think of those situations. That's exactly how criminals will attack you, because they know that that's your weak point. We need to strengthen our home security as strong as our corporate organizational security as well.
Yeah, I guess that's absolutely true. I mean, if you're doing a presentation in an organization, they need to be thinking about not only what they have where they're working, but also what they have at home, because it goes in both directions, unfortunately.
True, because we all have these devices.
Yeah.
Cell phones. So if you have your child that gets scammed or hacked on their tiny little iPad or iPhone and they're 8 or 9, they'll get a picture on there. They want to send it to their parents to ask them what it's about. Now they send it to their parents, and now their parents' phone is affected.
Yeah.
Now the parents take that phone into work, and then what happens?
Yeah. Then you've infected everything at work as well.
Right. And a lot of times IT will say, well, we block out everything from the phone. And we say, on the cyber side, that's fine, because hackers will actually work like a fly on the wall. They will listen, not break anything, but listen to cues. And that's basically all you need to do. If you're listening and spying on cues of what to do, maybe when the company is going to maybe become a stock option company now, right? It affects the stock options for a company. Or maybe they're making an advancement in a new product, listening and make a cue. That's what hackers can do as well. So it's not like just going in and messing up your computer and deleting everything. They can actually use it to listen for information and data and then turn around and sell it to other bad guys on the dark net.
Okay, so they're doing double duty. One, they can mess you up, but if they don't want to mess you up right now, they can gather information and sell it and do it that way. I didn't even think about that, but that's now it's really scary.
Yeah, and that's why ransomware doesn't work, because if the bad guys capture your data, lock up your computer, and tell you that your data is now for ransom, you must pay us money to get your data back.
Yeah.
You can't believe them, because there's a thing called copy. They'll copy the files. They'll give you back your data. You think you're fine. And next thing you know, all of your information is showing up on the dark net, because they can sell it again. They sell it to you, sell it back to you, then turn around and sell it to other bad guys on the dark net that want it as well.
Yeah.
So they double dip, triple dip into data that they've already stolen.
Oh my goodness. I mean, like I said, it is getting scary out there, but it can be a lot more, I guess, less scary if you know you've got some plans in place to kind of circumvent that environment. Like in the old days, I call them old days, since, and I go into a facility to do a study for disaster recovery, that kind of thing. And so you look at everything they had, the systems that they have in place, the software that's running, all the other activities that they have built around that, and you kind of put all that together, and then you look and see where the vulnerabilities are. And I think that's what I heard you say as well. You look for those vulnerabilities and give them the homework to make sure that they study that and make sure that they make those changes. Now, once you've done that, take yourself home and do the same thing at home. What are your software you're running? What equipment, those kind of, and what are your kids doing? Like you say, what are they doing with these? That kind of thing. And so this is just awesome, and I hope my viewers are getting this information and understand that life can be fun, but also you have to look out for yourself to make sure that you're protected as well.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely can be fun, but you definitely have to look at your protections and ways to protect yourself. Is always, there's a motto that the Federal Trade Commission states that we all should do, and we should tell all of our clients. And it's a simple statement, just like the ones that came out during 9/11. If you see something, say something.
Yeah.
When it comes to cyber, we're telling all our clients, think before you click. Just think before you click. You'll see an email that comes in. It looks like it's your bank saying that you need to upgrade your password on your account, or someone's trying to ask you for your personal identifiable information. Just think before you click, not assuming that everything is bad, but as one president once said, trust but verify, right? You want to trust.
Yes. I mean, I know I've been hit a couple of times myself, unfortunately, and I've been in technology way back since the days when they had a room full of computers. Your watch took to get bill what's on the computers in those days. And I've been caught. I mean, you look at things, and like you say, you get a familiar email, at least what looks familiar, and then you click on it without thinking. And so they get in there. So, oh my God. So thank you for that information. But and again, I hope my viewers are understanding the qualification that you have to give them the help and support that they need to do that. I mean, you do this. I mean, tell how you do it. I mean, you do it in person. You do it webinars. You do those kind of things as well.
Sure. With my company, Vantage Cyber Group, we provide training, education via webinars, seminars. I have ebooks that are out as well. One of my latest one is parenting in the digital danger zone.
Okay.
Yeah, parenting.
That's right. You're an author. Yeah, you not only are you a cybersecurity specialist, you're a TV personality. You do TED Talks, and now you're doing authoring as well. You're writing books. I mean, you're doing it all, Mack. I mean, you're just awesome,
That's
man.
right. I'm working hard at it. I'm going to work on a novel too, um, a fictional novel too about cyber. That's coming down the pipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with technology being what it is, I'm not a whole reader like it used to be. I mean, I got documents and things that I read, but I like to wait for the movie to come out. So get your movie when that's done as well. So this is really awesome. I mean, I really appreciate you being here today. I mean, because again, the things are getting so nerve wracking, and so if people relax, I mean, you want them to relax, but if they relax too much, they're going to get hit. They're going to get burned, and so that again, that's why I wanted you to come on and talk about it today. But tell us a little bit more about your authorship. I mean, you get like you're talking about writing a novel and the other books you got. What else you got on the table?
Okay, there is one more. Okay, so okay, I'll tell you about. I've talked to two producers that I think two of them you may have heard of as well, and we could talk about that offline as well. But we're working on the novel, and the novel is a fictional accounting of cybersecurity of the United States, and it's based on research that I have done and interviews I've had with the FBI and the Secret Service and other governmental agencies on data security of our country.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be very exciting. The other one, Verner, I'd tell you about is a producer that you and I both know. Him and his wife asked me to, I had a meeting with them about a month ago, and they had a Netflix executive.
Okay.
And they were asking about creating a pilot for Netflix called the Cyber Files with Dr. Mack Jackson Jr. And how it would work, the Cyber Files, I would talk about stories that happen in cyber. And what we do is that we take these stories and we talk to the public about them. And then at the end, we talk about vulnerabilities, and how to protect yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So there won't be a next victim based upon the stories that we found. Stories we found from law enforcement through the FBI, public records through news stories. It's almost like a NCIS or
NCI, yeah, right.
Yeah, versus for crime, but we're using it cyber, doing a cyber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is awesome. You are staying busy, and that's phenomenal. So I don't know if you'll have a chance for us to have coffee or something down the line. You're a busy man.
Always for you, bro. I will. I make sure I'm available for you. Absolutely.
All right. Well, what I want you to do, I mean, how can people get in touch with you? What's the best way to do that?
Sure. The best way to get in touch with me is a couple ways. Through my website, vandersoncybergroup.com, vandersoncybergroup.com. That's one way. The second way is through my speaking email, and that's mackjacksonjr.com. That's where I do speaking engagements. And with that, when you go to those two websites, there is a section on both of those websites where audience members can join my online community. I call it the Cyber Shield community.
Yeah.
And the Cyber Shield community, I'm putting together information for individuals, families. That's one group. And there's small businesses, another group, but also senior citizens and the elderly. That's the third group. And within this community, there will be information on how to protect yourself from scammers and fraudsters, interviews. There will be people that are on there talking about how they were attacked and how they protected themselves. I will have governmental agencies on there too, resources of what to do, of how to protect yourself, and just a centralized area where people can go to and find information. Checklists, for example, like you mentioned when we first started talking, what type of assessment should they do at home? I'll have that on there as well. Vulnerabilities, what to look for.
Okay, yes. and obviously they can get that information by your sites that you were talking about, and I think that's phenomenal in terms of having a family be able to participate and understand and what to look and be why they're vulnerable and how to fix those vulnerabilities with the subscription services. I'm assuming that they can get involved in. to stay on top of things. So
Yes, first, so check this out really quick here. So you think of a corporation that has, let's say, 50 employees, right? 50 employees is possibly, let's just say they have 50 endpoints,
okay,
desktops there, right? 50 employees, 50 desktops at the corporate, and a server, right? So that's about maybe 50, 52 different endpoints to connect to their organization, that their organization is sending information online. Think about the family, Verner. You have a family of 4, but in the house you have IoT devices. You have your security systems. You have your what they call the Alexa, the Siri, all those systems. Those are all endpoints. You have your home automation. That's another endpoint. You have your refrigerator, your washing machine are now all connected to the internet. Now, as you can look at that, there are more endpoints in the home there is in the organization.
Oh my God, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
You don't see it that way, right? And the reasons why, Vernon, because we have been indoctrinated in our society of a system we call transfer of risk. In other words, you blame somebody else if it breaks.
All right. I mean, just thinking about it, my son has a refrigerator that talks to him. I mean, you talk to him about what you have in your refrigerator, what's left, what's not there, and your refrigerator tells you what you need and how to fill your list out. And I'm going, oh my God, this is getting absolutely nuts. And so
there's a vulnerability right there, an endpoint.
Yeah.
So the refrigerator, you can hack into the entire system to get his tax returns, to find out information about him, to find out who he knows. All of that can be done.
All that stuff.
Endpoint within a home needs to be segmented. You have to have segmentation within your home. You got to be able to organize it, find out what possible vulnerabilities you have in your home.
Awesome. Hey, Mack, it's been awesome catching up with you. We're going to have to do this again because I know there's some other things that'll come up based on the books that you're writing and the services that you're providing to companies and things, so that there'll always be new stuff coming up. And so I really appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you for being my friend. I really appreciate that as well. And I am so proud of you for being who you are and what you've been able to accomplish. So that's awesome.
Thank you, Vernon. I appreciate you.
All right. And the rest of you folks out there, I appreciate you being here as well, and keep coming back. We're here every Thursday live to kind of talk to individuals about health and wealth, and trying to get you help in both sides of it. So in the meantime, as I always say, continue to be blessed, and let you know also that the best is yet to come. Have a blessed day, and thank you much. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Vernon. Take care.
Voting is more than just a right, it's a powerful tool for change. Every vote counts and every voice matters. Voting protects your rights and helps to build a better future. And it's a way to hold our leaders accountable. Voting isn't just about the big elections either. Local elections impact our daily lives. It is important to study the candidates and the issues in order to make an informed decision. Don't sit it out. Your vote is your power. PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.